Gunfreak Nation, I have a question for you. You chilling in your home. It could be 2 p.m. or it could be 2 a.m. It could be 3 a.m. or it could be 3 p.m. And you hear a savage kicking in your door or coming in through your window. I want to know. Leave it in the comments below how savage ready you are. Because I'm going to tell you, in today's time, no one is safe. It can happen to any and everybody. How many of y'all caught wind of the the police detective in New Jersey? I want to show the clip so bad, but YouTube, the last couple of videos that I showed, newspaper, clip videos or whatever, the videos, they put a strike on the channel, so I can't do that no more. The last one, I even sped it up, and they found out about that. I sped it up thinking, anyway, it was, God bless her soul and may she rest in peace. It was a police detective in New Jersey that was the victim of a home invasion by several intruders. She was able to shoot one of them, but they got her. And just because you in law enforcement, this just to let you know, just because you are in law enforcement doesn't make you invincible or make you immune to these savages. So if they can get her, they can get you too. It's just, we living in some crazy times, man. No one is safe. The country is I just feel like we are at the crossroads right now. All right? We at the crossroads. And it's funky out there. And it's getting funkier by the day. We got an election in less than 2 weeks from now? With these open wide borders, and let's just negate that. Let's forget all about the wide open borders that the Biden and Harris and the Harris and Biden administration that happened over the last 4 years. All right, let's just forget about that and focus on the American criminals. That's but they just made it worse, letting more criminals I'm not talking about every single. I'm not trying to. Kamala says they should not be criminalized. They're just good people coming in for a better life, and I get that. I get that some of them are, but a lot of them are unalivers and sexual assaulters. And of course she ain't gonna admit that. It's trust me, people. It's all by design. This is all by design. So no one is safe. The military, United States military, have just been green lighted, authorized that if something was to hit the fan, if whatever reason, civil unrest or whatever, they got the authority now to fire upon American citizens. That tells you that they suspecting themselves that something is about to happen. And I don't know whether it would be a false flag event or they just feel like they're going to do something that's so rambunctious and outrageous that the American people is going to stand up and be like, enough is enough. And, and rise up and resist them. And they got, they got the okay to basically, fire upon us, take us out, so it's crazy. So let's get back to what I asked y'all before. You know, let's say it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 in the afternoon. Your house is being invaded by some savages. I want to know, do you have what it takes to put that threat down? No one is safe. We don't had several cops right here in this city of Detroit that was, they've been shot at. Thank God they lived. You know, cops came to my house earlier today because they not, I leave my door open. And the cop came, I'm sitting there chilling, watching a movie, and I see a bright floodlight just come through my front door. And I'm like, let me pull up my phone. I want to see what's going on out here. And Ring doorbell can be slow sometimes. So by the time when I was getting ready to pull it up, because I figured it was either a cab or either the police, one or the other. Here comes the cop. Approaching my porch, coming up on the porch. Before he could even knock, I was on. He was like, "Sir, have you heard any gunshots in the neighborhood?" I said, no, sir. No, I haven't. And I've had my door open all day. It was just strange. They had the flashlights out because this happened at nighttime. They had the flashlights out. And then, you want to know something crazy?
What's up, boss? Good. Hey, you heard any gunshots over here?
No.
Nothing at all?
No. I've been had this door open basically all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate you, man.
Okay, no problem. Be safe.
Thank you.
Yeah. He looked at my shirt and it said "Gun Freak" on there. So he probably like, it probably was you. It probably, I can't, but the funny part was that I had on the shirt, but he happened to be cool and say, I said, "Nah, I haven't heard anything, officer." And I was like, "You know what? Be safe." And he was like, "Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you." And he went on about their business, But I just want to tell y'all need to be armed. Y'all need to be ready because it's crazy out there, y'all. And it's so many people, so many of them out there that is just, they out there, they got their phones in their face, they're not paying attention, call me paranoid or whatever. I don't care. But I know at the end of the day, I am going to be savage ready. And I still say things is about to get even more funkier because that election is coming up. Anyway it go, this is the way I see it. Anyway it go, it's going to be people that's going to be mad. It's going to be people mad if Trump don't win, and it's going to be people mad if Trump do win. It's going to be people mad if Kamala don't win, and it's going to be people mad if Kamala do win. So we has got to be vigilant and safe. And I know I sound like a broken record, but you got to be able to defend yourself. I had so many people come at me with emails and stuff. T, you better be right. Kamala, in that last video when I said Kamala going after the ammo, those were resources that I heard from somebody that's in the upper tier of Homeland Security. And he was telling me that he know the ATF. I should have explained that in the video. I'm going off of what he said. I ain't tell none of y'all to go and spend your last penny buying ammo. I didn't say none of that. All right, leave me alone with that bug crap. T didn't put no Funky Town Center to your head and make you do anything. You should want to have ammo. But let me touch on this though. What if it do happen and it's a law? The country become lawless and it's civil unrest. I'm gonna say this. If you ask me personally, I would not want to have a ton of ammo for the simple fact that if it get too deep and too hot and you got to get the hell out of the city, you're not going to be able to lug around all that ammo. You basically leaving it to the savages, right? So you should get enough that's going to be sufficient enough where you can maneuver with it, carry it with you. To me, it just makes no sense to be having tons and tons of ammo and you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Because if you try to hunker down in your house and it's got that bad, it's a lost cause, brother. Because all them savages are gonna do is form a perimeter around your house. And if you are enclosed in your house trying to hunker down and they already got you surrounded, they're going to smoke you out. They're going to smoke you out. They're going to burn you out. They're going to smoke you out. It's a losing situation, if you ask me, in my opinion. You know, in a situation like that where you don't want to end up leaving your home to go off to the country, to the rural areas or whatnot, or you don't know anybody. See, me, I got people I know people in Gun Freak Nation that got acres and acres of land for me. And I guess whoever else that's in Gun Freak Nation, they told me that everybody is welcome that's in Gun Freak Nation. How cool is that? But if you don't have that, the next best thing is you need to form some type of community protection. Where you got parameters around your block or either your neighborhood, and you armed up good, and anybody that try to cross that perimeter, you check them. You form what you call them things, checkpoints. You form checkpoints. You secure that whole neighborhood and do your patrols. That way, if you come together as a community, as a group, the more chances you got, the more fighting chance you got. Because I'm telling you, if it do be civil unrest, it ain't gonna be just one savage. It ain't gonna be just two. It's gonna be mobs, armed mobs, heavily armed mobs of people that's coming for you, and hunkering down at your house is not ideal to me, in my opinion, unless you got like a fireproof house and you got like bulletproof or windows that's been covered up with some type of armor or something like that, where they can't throw no cocktail in there or something, but they'll still try to smoke you out. So to me, it's not ideal. And you can't, like all of the Funky Town Cinders that I have, all the guns that I have, I can't take all that with me. I cannot. I would, put it down to maybe 3 at the most. 3 of them at the most. The rest of them, I cannot take with me. It's not practical, So in a shit hit the fan situation, man, you just gotta, you gotta be ready for it. You gotta be braced for it, because right now no one is safe. No one is safe. Don't ever think that you cannot be touched. Don't ever think that it can never happen to you. So many people have woke up that morning and didn't see the end of the day because they didn't make it for whatever reason, because they let the savage get the drop on them. And they like in their last seconds of their life on this earth, they're like, wow, how did this happen to me? How did I end up in this situation? You don't never want to find yourself in that situation where you taking your last breath. You like, how did this happen to me? You have to be aware of your surroundings and your environment at all times because it can happen when you least expect it. And that's the truth right there. You know, I want to know, what would y'all do? Leave it in the comments. And please, y'all, my analytics and YouTube said it was like 80,000 people came and visited this channel and nobody hit the like button. Well, I'm not saying, y'all, for those that do, I appreciate it and thank you so much for it. But and nobody subscribed. Let's grow the channel. Hit that subscribe button, share this video, and hit that like button. Let's get to where more people can hear this. But I want to know, what do y'all have? What contingency plans do y'all have? You know what I'm saying? It could be a savage attack any day now. And I feel like right now, what's going on in this country, man, I feel like it's like hell on earth. It's like hell on earth, you know, and it's already been noted that the illegals, you know, 16,000 sexual assaulters, 14,000 that's convicted unalivers that's walking around amongst us right now. If that is not enough to get you to be prepared, I do not know what to tell you, but I will say this: no one is safe, including me. Including me. That's why I do my best to stay savage ready. I do my best. Gunfreak Nation, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I need y'all to stay armed. I need y'all to be responsible with your firearms. And I need you to be righteous. Have love for one another. Treat people how you want to be treated. It's just as simple as that. You know, it don't matter about what race you are, what's your skin tone. That's irrelevant, and that's so, you know, get out of here with that. You know, we're not having that here in the Gunfreak Nation. We are a nation, and when I say nation, I'm talking about not just the United States. I'm talking about all over the world. We got Gunfreak Nation members, and we all want to be able to defend ourselves and protect our families, protect our homes. Because guess what, Gunfreak Nation? There are people out there that you're nothing. Your life means nothing to you. They will step on you and smash you like they're smashing a roach. You know, that's how much regards and respect they have for your life. They will smash you like they're smashing a roach. And those are the ones that you got to put them down. Because if you do not put them down, they're going to put you down. And then they're going to move on to your wife, your girlfriend, your children. And that's the most horrible thing. Think about the detective. Think about the fear and the horror that she had to go through. At least she was able to get one of them. She didn't send him to Funky Town, but she sure as hell injured him. So at least she tried. She was unalive trying. She died trying. But that's not good enough. That's not good enough. I'm sick and I'm tired of innocent people that's living their life, not bothering anybody. They working hard, hustling hard, and someone feel like they can just do whatever they want to them and just violate them to the point to where they unaliving them. And at the same time, we have a government, this current administration, have signed off to the military that gave them the green light to be able to attack us. Okay? And at the same time, they got the borders wide open where we got all these illegal migrants, the criminal ones, that's walking amongst us. While at the same time, they talking about if she get in office, she's talking about putting together a so-called assault weapons ban and making it hard, and possibly ramping up the prices of firearms to the point to where we can't afford it. The prices, taxes on ammo to the point to where we can't afford it. And according to my sources, they outright gonna just ban certain calibers. And someone hit me in the comments, was like, well, you can always just go to the range and buy more. Well, where the range gonna get they supplies from if they don't shut down the supplies? If they stopping them from being imported into this country, and they shutting down the manufacturers who's making it because they have outlawed it, where you gonna get it from unless you make it yourself? But anyway, Gunfreak Nation, that's just my food for thought, man. My 2 cents. I want to know, what is your contingency plan? Okay? What is your contingency plan when they come knocking down your door? Not knocking at your door, but when they knock down your door. What is your contingency plans? I need every single one of y'all out there to stay safe. Because at the end of the day, no one is safe. That's the mindset that you got to have. Because that's going to keep your mind sharp. It's been people left their house to go out and run an errand and never made it back home. All I'm trying to do is, when I'm out there in the world, all I want to do is just make it back home. Make it back home to my family. But I feel like we got dark, rough, tough days ahead of us. And we got to be strong enough to survive it. We have to. Anyway, Gunfreak Nation, I love you. Salute.